Hello, and welcome to the third episode of All Arcadians on Sexy Hackers.
Welcome.
Yeah, if you like the show, please remember to subscribe. Ring the bell that's next to the subscribe button. And if you really love us, go ahead and write a review, because that helps us find more listeners just like you guys. Follow us on social media as well. That's Facebook and Instagram. And if you're listening to this in podcast form but would like to see us instead, you can check us out on YouTube.
We're so pretty.
Thanks again to Sexy Hackers for sponsoring the show and recording the show in their studio. Be sure to check out sexyhackers.com where you can get sweet merch just like this. Yeah. And you can, of course, check them out on social media as well.
We are talking about the t-shirts.
And now, without further ado, on with the show. Welcome to the land of Arcadia, a land filled with wild magics, mystical creatures, and epic heroes. These adventurers are trained for their futures at prestigious four-year questing schools known as universities. But not all heroes graduate or attend college, and in Arcadia, the best of the rest came to be known as the All Arcadians. When last we saw our heroes, they had just finished battling a boss and returned to a surprise from Carl the Fence.
Hey, remember when I specifically told you not to kill my friend Boss?
I didn't kill him. I just traumatized him mentally and physically.
I guess I should have seen this coming with you four. Claudio, for the last time, I am begging you to hire literally anyone else. I mean, what do you see in these clowns?
As the dean of a prestigious university, I'd like to think that I can see potential in any young person.
Carl, if you roll your eyes any harder, they might never come back.
I agree. Surely the dean of the University of Arcadia could have his pick of guilds.
Hey, yeah. I bet adventure teams are tripping over each other to work for you. Why us?
All right. The truth is, I asked Carl to help me find people that could work off the books, and you forfeit the bill. It's as simple as that. But as I mentioned before, there is more work to be done, and discretion is once again of the utmost importance. As such, I require your, expert services.
Oh, bless his heart. He thinks we're going to help him. Not a chance, mister. The To-Be team is better than that.
No way.
Absolutely.
I'd rather die.
Fine. Claudio, if we had known you were involved with this, we would never have taken this job in the first place.
Why not?
Because he's the reason our scholarship got pulled. He's the reason we're unlicensed questers.
Becky, you keep saying we, but I think you mean me.
I think she means my.
Well, what's the conditional tense in common tongue? Is it me or my?
I if it's the subject, me if it's the object, and my if it's possessive. Come on, you guys. Grammar's not that hard.
Enough! What on earth are you talking about? Also, the orc is correct. It would have been my and I'm in the context in which she used it. But I take issue with you implying that I am the reason you are an unlicensed quester, young lady.
Oh my gods. You don't remember me, do you, Claudio? Granted, I got a haircut, but it hasn't been that long.
Yes. You were a custodian, correct?
Only on weekends. I was a student at your school, you pompous ass. I was the plucky yet accessible rangering major you unceremoniously expelled.
Mr. Becky, now I remember. Your expulsion was hardly my fault. I did what was necessary to keep the university in good standing. The rangering program's reputation was damaged beyond repair.
What are you two talking about?
Shoshana demands you explain yourselves.
It's a long story. It would be way better to tell with
Oh, gods, not again.
flashback, bitches.
Our flashback takes us to the campus of the University of Arcadia, into a classroom where a particularly talented teaching assistant had just finished the best lecture about walking through scenic forests ever presented.
That was the best lecture about walking through scenic forests ever presented. I'm glad you're my advisor.
Why, thank you, Becky. I'm glad that you are my student. Our relationship is established.
It sure is. I trust you implicitly.
As you should. I have never given you any reason to doubt me.
Man, you should be the professor of this class, not that old Professor Digglesby. Gods, he is so old.
Oh, bad luck there, Becky. He was using a magical observation technique to observe me on my lecture. But thanks anyway.
Oh, man. I guess there's still a lot about rangering for me to learn. Incidentally, I'm wearing reading glasses right now, and my hair is different than it will be in the future. I assume.
You sure are. What a time to be alive. A distinctly different time than any future times, where there will be other people talking about different stuff.
That's very true. Lunch?
Sure.
Suddenly, a mighty explosion rocks the campus.
What was that?
That would be my cue to go.
Tebeki rushes to the window and surveys the chaos. All over the U of A campus, a mighty battle ensues. Goblins pour through a multitude of portals.
Goblins! Come on, my trusted friend and advisor. We should go help.
I'm afraid not.
Tebeki's advisor draws his bow and aims an arrow to her heart.
What's going on? Why are you... Wait. You did this?
Yes, Tebeki, I did this. It needed to be done. One day when you're done with your university education, maybe when you ditch the glasses and change your hair, you will understand. The world is a complicated place. I can teach you that when you're ready.
I looked up to you. This is Codswallop. You can't just give me the "you can't understand my motive" speech and then bail.
Sorry, Tebeki. Incidentally, Codswallop? Cool word.
The mysterious TA runs from the room, but before Tebeki can give chase, she is set upon by a pack of goblins.
I like her glasses. I'm taking her glasses.
I can't take them all on. Jimmy Jams, I gotta get out of here. Help!
Oh, Professor Digglesby has heard your call. Fear not, I'm on my way. Oh no, goblins are attacking me too.
And that's a series wrap for Professor Digglesby. Luckily for Tebeki, in that instant, the radiant Dean Claudio teleports onto the scene.
Get away from that student!
The Dean quickly dispatches the goblins and rescues Tebeki with his formidable spell-casting prowess.
Magic, magic, magic. I saved your life. You're mad at me after I saved your life?
That does seem pretty ungrateful, Tebeki.
I knew I didn't like you.
Just keep flashing. Back. Flashing back.
And we will after this short commercial break from our sponsor.
Hey, are you tired of laundry? Yeah, me too. Luckily, there's a solution. Throw your old, used clothes away. They're no good anymore. And get yourself a brand new wardrobe at sexyhackers.com. Your one-stop shop for all new, stellar designs. Sexyhackers.com. Ooh, nice shirt.
And we're back. As Tebeki recovers from the attack, the Dean finishes sealing the dark portals throughout the classroom.
Thanks for the save.
Dean Claudio, just doing my duty as the leader of this school.
Well, thanks. Did you apprehend my mysterious yet as of yet unnamed TA?
No, he escaped.
Dandelions. What happens next?
For you, an incident report. For me, eliminating the ranger program from this university.
Sounds good. Wait, what?
The chair of the program was pulled into another dimension by goblins. The most promising grad student we've had in years just changed alignments and attacked the campus with dark magic. And we need the money for a new stadium for our barbarian squad. No one majors in rangering anyway.
That's insane! I came here on a scholarship to be a ranger, and because one person screws that up, I have to change my plans?
Look, cards on the table. We really want that new stadium. The chancellor truly believes it's the only thing standing between this school and a national championship.
We only won one game last year.
There, Tebeki. I know this seems bad. And what?
Well, I guess as long as I still have my scholarship, I can figure something out.
Yes, about that.
No, not my scholarship!
Did I mention how nice this stadium is going to be with such a jumbotron?
That's insane! You can't do this! I'll report you!
Report me? To whom? Now, if you don't leave at once, I will be forced to assume that you are in league with that evil TA. Keep your wits, young ranger. Expulsion is better than jail.
I don't believe this. Where will I go? What will I do?
I'm sorry. My hands are tied. You seem like a smart kid. I'm sure you can figure something out.
But I didn't. See? Total dick.
In my defense, our barbarian team improved dramatically the following season.
You won 2 games.
Yes, 100% more victories.
That story was boring.
Agreed.
I like the part about the glasses.
Fine. Can we get back to the matter at hand?
That's not even what happened. The goddess remembers that day.
Oh, gods, no! Please, not another.
Flashback, bitches!
We are returned to the University of Arcadia, This time, we see Shoshana walking through a hallway when the campus is rocked by the same explosion we heard before.
What the hell's? That's the same explosion we heard before!
There's no way you said that.
Keep flashing back, mortal!
Fine!
Where were we? Oh yes, Shoshana is quickly set upon by the goblins entering through the many portals.
Codswallop! Look at my cool new glasses!
Ew! Goblins!
In the coincidence of all coincidences, the very same teaching assistant from earlier passes down the hallway and saves Shoshana by magicking the goblins away.
Magic!
No! My therapist said I need the physical activity!
Thanks! Who are you?
The writers haven't given me a name yet. Goodbye.
What?
And with that, the mysterious man created a portal and disappeared.
Ah, shoot, I wasted that cool exit line, and I forgot to say magic. Goodbye, and good riddance. Nope, not that. I'll be cool next time!
See, I was there that day, and it was that weird TA that saved me.
Yay for you.
That's really strange.
Indeed.
You're gonna hate this, Carl, but I was there too.
Say it. Don't say it.
Sorry. Flashback, bitches.
Back once more to the campus of University of Arcadia, where Obelus the half-demon is quietly studying.
Huh. Some sort of explosion. Weird. Well, back to studying.
That was it? What a waste of time. Anyone else? Barb?
Nah, I'm good.
Perfect. Moving on.
Look, I understand that your blossoming backstories give you reason to mistrust me and my school, but for the sake of the world, I need your help.
Fine. We'll listen.
Excellent. Our story begins long ago.
I swear to gods, if you say flashback right now.
No, this is a story better told by a professional.
Excuse me?
Silence! Long ago, there was a great king who ruled all of Arcadia, King Maximilian the Bold. During his reign, King Maxwell grew so bold that he dared to steal power from the gods themselves. He ventured into a secret temple, and there he channeled a god's energy into 7 magical artifacts. You have just retrieved the first of these, the paper cutter.
The coolest name sword ever made.
Precisely. He used paper cutter and the other 6 items to achieve every office of power in the entire kingdom. It was for this reason that he became known as Office Max. The very same. Everyone hated Office Max. When he was defeated, his magical artifacts, his office supplies, if you will, were scattered to the wind. For a time, they resurfaced in a small town known as Staples, but their power proved too much. And now the ruins of Staples serve as a terrible reminder of their power. Even so, the temptation to misuse office supplies remains. And one by one, they have all fallen into evil hands. And scene. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, how does any of that relate to saving the world?
Claudio informed me that it's time for the artifacts to be brought together and destroyed once and for all. He's got a special place to store them where they won't bother anyone else while you're collecting the rest. Some sort of office depot.
Why don't we just destroy them one by one?
Conveniently for the plot, they can only be destroyed when they are brought together. Oh, and just to put a ticking clock on all of this, we are running out of time. Apparently.
Legend says that if the office supplies cannot be destroyed by the 1000th year, the god from whom Office Max stole power will return and destroy the world in retribution.
Let me guess. This is year 1000.
No, it's year 998, but a good manager does not procrastinate.
A goddess like Shoshana does not fear other gods, foolish mortal. Just out of curiosity, which god is this?
Catastrophes, god of destruction.
Okay, him. Shoshana fears a little bit.
Wait, if the world is in so much trouble, why do you need us?
Not everyone feels as strongly that my divination into this matter is accurate. Some people would rather focus our resources on our barbarian squad, who, granted, are 4 and 5 on the season.
You're doing great, sweetie.
That's still a
losing record!
So, unless I can get these findings published in a scholarly journal, fingers crossed, a solution from my university could take years we do not have.
How much does it pay?
Enough for all of us to retire comfortably.
But allow me to add further incentive. If the four of you succeed in locating and obtaining these artifacts, I will make sure you are all readmitted, or admitted, in the case of Barb, to the University of Arcadia. Clean slates.
We're gonna need some time to talk this over as a team.
Very well.
Dean Claudio and Carl leave our adventurers to discuss the offer.
Shoshana thinks we should take the offer. A quest of this magnitude will greatly increase her following.
Slow down, Shoshana. I don't know how I feel about this Dean Claudio guy.
He did save your life.
But he cut my program.
Also, we don't want to deal with catastrophes. He is literally the destroyer of everything.
Yeah, the end of the world sounds lame.
Okay, you're all right, of course. Sorry. I guess I'm just annoyed that we had to explore so much of my backstory this episode.
Me too!
Don't worry, Tebeki. It was a nice backstory. I mean, it wasn't really, but I liked seeing it. The part with the goblins was so fun.
Thanks, I think. Guess we better tell the dean we're in. You know what? The more I think about this, the more I like it.
Heck yeah, Mortal! We kicked butt on that last mission and people noticed that. Now we get to save the world.
And get a buttload of loot.
And learn and grow as individuals.
Let's do this!
The questers inform Carl and Claudio of their decision.
Excellent.
So, what's the next artifact on the list?
It is an armor that creates an aura of confusion and frustration around the user. It is known as chainmail.
Badass.
Get yourselves outfitted and ready to travel, and I will have my assistant work on your travel accommodations.
The goddess is confused. She thought Carl was your assistant.
No, I'm a fence. We've been over this multiple times.
No, I don't think we have.
Prepare well, adventurers. The fate of the world is in your hands.
A long and epic quest for our heroes has now been secured, and the overarching plotline for Season 1 has been established. But what tomfoolery will occur as they prepare for this new mission? Can these four passengers on the struggle bus possibly save the world? Find out next time on the All Arcadians!
A Sorcerer's Grimoire is a mystical book filled with the darkest incantations ever devised. Think of the most wicked person you know. Now understand that their depravity grows deeper and more perverse with each new injury that pulls you deeper into the base instincts that drive us from atrocity to atrocity. Harness that bile and pour it into the crucible of your own personal suffering. That is what it takes to make a grimoire. That is what it takes to be a sorcerer.
Well, thank you, Miss Obelisk. Kids, can you all thank Miss Obelisk for coming to Career Day here at Arcadia Elementary, please?
Sure thing, kids. Hey, Teach, can I have their tears?
No, I'm afraid I got complaints after last time.